506, Leland Live, Talking at M5, Lonnie's Furniture Company. Next up here on the show, Reggie, right during the break, he just sent me, I think I can explain this. He just sent me, I love the updates. He sent me a picture of these new reclining sectionals that just came off the truck like literally minutes ago. They've just gotten them all unloaded. Got one or two, looks like beautifully staged. These things are massive. If you got a big old family, sometimes if you have one of those basement rooms, sort of a TV gathering spot or whatever, these are probably the best setup I've ever seen. They're cozy. They're incredibly well built. You can look at them and tell that some kind of plush fabric that almost looks leathery, but they're just good looking. Well, I didn't know what he meant. He said they have a power chassis. I went, power? What is a power chassis? It sounds like a truck or an automobile. But these are reclining sectionals, and part of it just can kind of fold out like a little mini bed. I think it's as big as a twin bed on each side of this monster. But the cool thing is, it comes apart into pieces, and it's easy to move around and reconfigure. And then the leg part, I guess the lower part that extends out, can also lift up, and there's storage under there. And if you can't get enough storage for blankets and pillows and stuff like that in a cozy space. So that's pretty neat. It's a pretty neat setup here. He sent me a video. I'm going to watch it live and see what's going on with this thing. He said, here's a demonstration of it. So a lady is hitting the button and stretching this thing out and doing all kind of stuff with it. So y'all check these out. The Power Chassis Sectionals in stock. You can put 15 people on this thing or two big ones. Just stretch it all out. Do what you got to do, man. It's about to get so hot we start moving back inside in the summertime. Get comfortable in your own home with Lonnie's Furniture Company in Kimberly, Alabama, right off exit 280 on I-65. Y'all go see them this weekend and get yourself one of these. Again, they just got a massive shipment of all of these. So there's going to be good selection, colors, fabrics, and I promise you, Reggie will price them right. He always does. At Lonnie'sFurnitureCompany.com, LAUNIUS, Lonnie'sFurnitureCompany.com. All right, let's do some other things. I got some weird stories. We'll jump into weird stuff. I think the other stuff's been beaten to death all day with the bigger stories from out west and those things. There was a raid in California today, and this cat was some kind of tech boss. They call him a tech boss, whatever that means. And he's in a $35 million house in Southern California. And suddenly the feds showed up and kicked his doors in. And apparently he's being charged. I think he had an arraignment this afternoon, but again, this is a California story, so that may not have happened just yet. But this guy apparently was sending secret shipments to the Iranian military and to their nuclear programs. He is Iranian by descent and or by heritage. And so they have arrested this man called Jamshid Gomi, 63, Newport Coast is where he lives, charged with conspiracy to violate International Emergency Economic Powers Act, and is expected to appear later in Santa Ana in a federal court. Crazy. There's so many people connected to the regime. Do you remember Soleimani's niece was flipping around over here with her boobs out, being a TikTok star, flaunting her wealth while these people were being brutalized and suffering under that regime over there? It's pretty amazing, the double standard. And they're gleaning information and gleaning wealth and still connected to that regime over in that country. That's a huge bust. I really want to know more about that story. Then we got, let's see, do we want to do ticks or people in the manholes? The Daily Mail has gotten on this story, and we've had people call about it. It's kind of making an resurgence in the news, and Bill Gates is completely connected to this stuff. But the headline in the Daily Mail says, outrage as scientists push to create ticks that spread red meat allergies. And the question in the article is, isn't this biological terrorism? It is completely biological terrorism. This is COVID all over again. And by the way, Bill Gates, you remember when he had a fake meat company? These people at one point believed cow farts were going to kill us, and they had to get y'all to quit eating hamburgers. And so one way to get you to do it, knowing that some people just aren't going to do it, is make you allergic to them. So the theory goes, and the deployment was, by the way, this had government funding, and the CIA was involved in it. that they released these ticks that carried this disease. And if we really want to go down the conspiracy dirt road, Lyme disease, in addition to that, a lot of people believe was lab created, and that's how and I've known people to come down with Lyme disease, and I've known people with these meat allergies after getting, quote, bit by a tick. It never made any sense. This is disgusting. So if you want to read about it, it's in the Daily Mail, and we'll be following that story a little bit more. I've got to get more well versed on the details of how they went about this stuff. The world is sick. These people get so arrogant. I did a whole speech last hour about Scott Pelley and arrogance in journalism. What's the same thing in the scientific community? You remember when Fauci was before the Senate committee or whatever it was, and he said, "I am science." What? Like, you couldn't question him. Remember when Al Gore would run around and say, talk about climate change. At the time, he was calling it global warming. They keep changing their story. And he was talking about global, one of the two. And he goes, "This is settled science. It's settled science that the earth is," and I mean, it's like, science is never settled. The nature of science is to constantly question itself and to keep experimenting and keep finding new answers and never really settle anything. There's some laws that have been established in physics and energy and in engineering. But the arrogance of these people, and generally there's a money grab or another agenda associated with it. But there's that. And then we got this dude. I'm surprised this isn't a story in Florida. I've seen the videos and it's gone more mainstream. Some guy or group of people around the New York City area, some people even have taken to calling them mole people. This story's made Associated Press. They're being caught on camera. AJ, this is where your Ninja Turtles understanding and knowledge will be helpful. But they're jumping down into the sewers and disappearing for hours. They're on camera all over the place. They're taking the manhole cover off, going down in there, and they're gone. And they don't pop back out for hours and hours and hours. In one case, there were 6 people on a video I saw like 4 or 5 days ago. They just all went down one after the other, and they go down under the streets. What are they doing? What's going on with this? The whole city sort of freaked out. Now, there's a vast subterranean sewer system all over New York City. It's a huge network. I can't imagine how creepy and disgusting it is down there and full of rats. But now that we've got security cameras on everything, these people are getting caught going down in the sewers. Thoughts? Homeless? They don't look homeless either. They're pretty well dressed. They just up to something. Terrorism? Aliens? What do you think?
I believe it's the Rat King. If you are my Ninja Turtle.
I knew you would have an answer. I knew you would have an answer.
Yeah, I think that's who it is.
So what is the Rat King? I never watched a single.
He is somebody who can control rats. Hence the Rat King. Yeah.
But didn't they went down, Michelangelo or whatever, didn't they go down in the sewer? They lived down in the sewer.
Yeah. You have Raphael, Donatello, Leonardo, Michelangelo.
Total expert.
And you had their sensei, who was a rat. In some like in the movie, he was just a rat who learned karate, but then he also got mutated. But in the comic book, he was a human, and then got turned into a rat. So it really just depends. I think they're looking for the pizza that they always eat.
That's what it is.
Because it seems to be.
So you can't say that, AJ. Because that's a whole nother conspiracy theory.
That's a whole nother Pizzagate.
That's a whole nother world.
Yeah.
The story says security cameras have recorded at least 3 incidents of groups of people going in and out. This is around Brooklyn and Queens. In one video, I'm reading directly from the AP story, taken Friday morning, just this past Friday, in the Williamsburg section. I've actually been there, that part of Brooklyn. My son took me over there to dinner. I was scared to death, AJ. That place was trashed and graffiti all over the place. He just loping through there. It's like, "I want to take you to my favorite pub." I was like, "Dude, seriously? I'm from Birmingham. Calm down." Yeah, I remember the Williamsburg section. Anyway, a group of 7 people were recorded popping out of a maintenance hole in the middle of an intersection in full view of the passing cars, and they just kept on moving. Some of them had headlamps. They carried what appeared to be shovels and other tools. One almost got hit by a car. I'd be scared my head would come off if I popped my head up out of there.
Yeah. I'll just be afraid somebody flushing the toilet.
Mm.
Yeah, because all
Well,
that
them
stuff gotta
giant
go somewhere.
dog-sized rats. Have you ever seen the rats up there?
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
you'll just be walking down the street and
Like,
just
what's
look
up,
up.
man? Hey, I'm walking here.
They're huge. They're as big as my dog. They're as big as my dogs. And they just look at you and keep walking. They do not care about humans.
Hey, you gonna finish that pizza, man?
Yeah, I mean, I saw one dragging, true story, a whole slice of pizza down the sidewalk one day. He had found it. He was taking it home. Or maybe he was their delivery man. I don't know. He had a little hat on. Maybe that was it.
Yeah.
In another video, it says here, 7 of them could be coming out of a tunnel at about 2 a.m. on a quiet street over in Brooklyn in an area called Graveson. In that neighborhood, they made their way to a couple parked cars. They pulled out fresh clothes, changed into those clothes, and then another group went into the sewers about 11 o'clock. So this is getting caught all over the place. I'd be completely unnerved. I would think it was terrorism.
I mean, but there's also, oh gosh, I think I've seen stories about this, about people like they create this whole ecosystem down there. It's like the living quarters. In these sewers. Well, I know they used to do like abandoned like subway stations and stuff like that.
Yeah,
or maybe I was watching Batman. I don't know. It just kind of all kind of
you
blends
see,
in together.
You see that out in L.A. They live underneath, those giant concrete riverbeds that just they'll wash the water when there's heavy rain, and most of the year they're dry. People live up under those things sometimes.
Yeah.
They'll just camp out.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, how do you like stand the smell? That's the only thing. It's just like it'd be nasty.
It's got to be when you walk over those things in that city. Every time you walk over one, a smell wafts up out of it. Sometimes
just,
there's
punches
steam
you in the face.
Yeah, there's steam. There's a hot air. I try to walk around them if given a chance. If you ever watch any videos of New York City in the wintertime, especially, you can constantly see nonstop steam coming out of these things. But they don't all, they connect, they don't. There's some, they're just zones and grids, and maybe there's just something, maybe they're just getting their freak on down there. Is Diddy down there? What's going on? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, he was supposed to be getting released, and his release date got pushed back, so maybe he's hiding underground somewhere.
Maybe they having underground Diddy parties, literally.
Maybe Jimmy Hoffa's down there.
Could be.
They're still looking for Jimmy Hoffa. So
if y'all got theories, man, I will entertain them, because this is it's made national news now, and the AP's picked up on it. There's video all over the internet.
This is where the Greys aliens are. That's what they're looking for.
They're going down to interview aliens.
Yeah.
Going down to get probed.
Yeah. Hey, well, float your boat.
Going down to phone home. Alabama Dental Associates bringing you the show tonight. I don't even know how we're going to transition to that. Dr. Brian would appreciate it if I tried, though. Let me just say that these guys, man, you talk about digging. No, I can't do that. I was about to. Anyway, best dental practice anywhere around. 4 great dentists. All 4 have detailed specialties in different subject areas of dental work, so they can cover a lot of ground. And then years ago, they said, let's be convenient. Let's stretch our hours out, rotate our shifts, rotate the staff, and stay open late and open up on Saturdays. I'm sure that meeting probably didn't go well the first time, but it was a huge success. And they've grown their practice, adding a 4th dentist just in the last 2 years. So they can take care of you in the off hours with all the technology and expertise. And plus, I really think they have the genuinely nicest staff anywhere. These guys, they know some people hate going to the dentist. They make it as easy on you as possible and are very efficient with your time. I don't ever sit around and wait. I mean, not more than 3-4 minutes. If I've got a 1 o'clock, I'm in there at 1:05 or sooner. If I get there, I've gotten there early and they just take me on back. They run a tight ship and they're good folks. We all need to go to the dentist. Make them your dentist. They've been on the show with us for years. Go see Dr. Brian and the whole team at alabamadental.com, alabamadental.com. Okay, 525, Leland Live. Let's keep going. Birmingham Broker bringing you the show tonight. I just passed there today. It was weird. I was coming back in through Birmingham, had to take the ride up to Appalachian Appalachian Foothills RV Center. Those are my folks that I trust with the motorhome. I started the show with this long story today, trying to get all set up for the big summer trip and lots of little minor ongoing maintenance things you have to do on those things. So those guys had to take that up there this morning. I come back through Birmingham thinking this is going to be no problem, and hit all that inbound traffic coming from the north side. So big genius me decided I'm just going to cut across downtown. AJ, how stupid. Don't ever do that. I'm just saying. Cause all the, interstates, 20 was blocked, 65 was blocked. And I thought I'll just cut across 6th and hop over on the Red Mountain and I'll be out of here. I'll be going the other way. It's crazy downtown. I can't think of the last time I was downtown at 8:00 in the morning, but anyhow, rode right past Birmingham Broker. They had the doors open. I almost wheeled in there, but I was kind of on a deadline, trying to get home to a bunch of project stuff I needed to knock out before the show today. And, but it was cool to see them hard at work. I tried to peek if the light had turned red, I wouldn't have been able to see what the inventory looks like in there, because they've always got some eye candy. You go down there and Craig may have a supercar. He had this G-Wagon down there the last time that some TikTok influencer brought to him to sell. These guys are the best at just unloading your cars and trucks and SUVs, supercars, all the way down to people that drive trucks and Toyotas and things like that. They'll get it sold. They know what the market will bear. They know what's hot. There'll be times Craig will reach out and say, man, I need a Lexus blah, 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 whatever it is, between 2000 and this and that. And I've got a huge demand for those right now. We'll put a call out. Sure enough, people get top dollar when they make that kind of match. Plus, they're just super nice guys. I mean, I don't know anybody that just doesn't think the world of Craig Westbrook and Keith and all those guys. I mean, they're going to get the car sold and take all the burden off you. You get a bigger check. Then we got wonderful dealers all over town that'll sell you a nice, shiny new one. Go down there and deal with them at Birmingham Broker. You won't do a car trade a different way again. BHAMBroker.com, BHAMBroker.com. All right, I'm trying to scroll around and make sure I'm not missing too much, because we got so many various things that were in the news today. The fun stuff was what I was trying to get to with the stupid sewer story or whatever. Not much other noise. We've talked quite a bit about the Senate race today, mainly because of the Gateway Pundit story, the Barry Moore story that's out this morning. But the other races are pretty quiet. There have been some scattered polling. None of it has become super consistent yet. And again, we are within a 2-week windows beginning yesterday of being able to go and vote. One more reminder too, just because I'm having to vote absentee this year. If you're going to be out of town, if you got a beach trip planned or summer trip planned or going somewhere with the crew, make sure you don't let that slip up on you, because the absentee deadlines are a lot sooner. I think most of them start kicking in maybe a week from Tuesday. So make sure you get that in if you want to say you participated in this election. One more, speaking of summer trips and going outside and doing things, Southern Skies Dermatology, longtime sponsor of the show, wonderful people. Dr. Mario cares so much about just saving people. That's why, if you're a doctor, you go into these specialties, and while dermatology does a lot of things, there's a very lucrative medical business. Their specialty at Southern Skies is finding and removing skin cancer. And the key to that is really up to you. They've got all the skill in the world and the Mohs procedure and the convenient hours and great locations, but it's up to you to get in there. You got to take yourself and let them take a look at you. So prompt yourself, put it on a list somewhere, put it on a to-do, and go get a screening. If you get an all clear, it's not a waste of time. That's good news. But if they find something that it could very well save your life and you would have had no idea. I hear that all the time about SouthernSkiesDermatology.com. SouthernSkiesDermatology.com. Back with more in a minute. Y'all stay tuned. It's 5:35, Leland Live, talking M5. Let's get over to Thomas, then we'll get on some more phone calls and kind of sweep up and wrap up and get ready for breaking bread tonight. Thomas, what's happening over at Stockton tonight?
Hey, man, we are over here answering questions and making people's dreams a reality for home ownership. Man, we are having another great day here. And, hey, you asked me a question last night. I wanted to make sure I give you the correct answer. I told you it was going to be a couple of weeks for the when the Federal Reserve meets, and that it is. It's going to be – they're going to announce they meet on the 15th and 16th, where they'll have the announcement on at 2 p.m. on the 16th. They'll announce the minutes on June 16th. Will be the next meeting, and they'll announce the outcome of that on June 16th. So I want to give you that information of when the specific. Yeah. I didn't want to tell you anything wrong. I told you I'd get you that information of when the exact date and time it is. But so June 16th is going to be the next one. So anyway, everything has been, man, it was another great day. And one thing, I had a networking meeting this morning, and there were three real estate agents we were talking this morning at a networking meeting, and they were, some of the things that you and I talk about every day is, just misinformation that a lot of clients get, and they have it on their side where people are, they get misinformation about what they can do and what they can't do, and then people not calling back. They give them just wrong information, and that's so sad. And it's, when people have access to information, through calling us, and a lot of it is where people, the misinformation comes from, they call a national lender or they call an 800 number or whatever, and they're not working with someone local that has their best interest at heart. Not to say that the people on these national lenders, these 800 numbers, maybe they do have them. They may have their best interest at heart, but they can't get back to the same person. And that's where the headache is. And so, if you work with somebody local that you can sit down, you can come into our office, and you can sit down at our desk, and you can ask the questions, and that's where really that makes the difference. And that's what that's the message tonight. Hey, if you're in the market to purchase or refinance or build a home, work with someone local. It doesn't have to be here at Stockton. We would love to help you, but I encourage anybody out there, if you're in the market to buy, make sure that you're working with someone local that you can sit down with, and they can answer your questions, and you can look them in their face, and you can call them up. They've got a local phone number, and you're not calling somebody halfway across the country that you can't get back in touch with, and you don't have to punch the button 17 times and leave a message and all that stuff. At least you can get back in touch with us so that we can help you and get you the right information, and you don't have to wonder what's going on with your file. So that is, hey, we'd love to work with you, but give us a call, 205-859-8859, or savewithstockton.com.
Savewithstockton.com. We'll chat with you tomorrow, my man. There's Thomas taking care of business tonight. Brent, if he's still hanging on, AJ, is he still there? He's been holding for a minute. Brent, hey, Brent, what's up, buddy?
Oh, not much. I was just listening to y'all talk,
Yeah.
I was calling about the New York thing about the people going underground. You think they could be explorers, or maybe people, like I knew a guy or watched a video on a guy that he went front jewelry stores and raked up all the dirt and stuff and found diamonds and things like that.
Yeah,
Change goes down, and you can find things, in tunnels.
They could be scavengers, treasure hunters.
Yes,
they could be doing a heist.
I work for a McDonald's company, and by the register, if you stick a vacuum cleaner in that drain, you're going to pull out a whole lot of change. So there's got to be, things that wash down there.
Oh, you mean down in the bathroom drain, like in the where the little floor drain?
No, I'm talking about like up under the drain that,
Oh, okay.
There's a drain up under it, and change falls in it all the time. Clog it up because it gets so full of change.
I bet.
It's wild, but I'm a caver, so I was just wondering, it could be explorers, but I didn't see the video, so I don't know what they look like,
Well, I tell you what, look at it, Brent, when you get to an internet source and tell me what you think they're doing, because I can't make any sense out of it. They don't look homeless or desperate. I don't think they're living down there. You'd think if they were conducting terrorism or something, they would be a little more secretive and not just do it just in front of everybody. But who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah. I know everybody goes to bad thoughts these days. It's kind of the world we live in right now, which is bad,
Yep.
horrible, you know. But
Yeah, I know
it
it.
is what it is.
Mm.
Yes, sir. I just want to throw that up there. You know, you never know.
Thanks, man.
Y'all have a good day.
So, AJ, you ever messed around with a metal detector? I was thinking about that. It'd be hard to detect anything down there because there's pipes all over the place.
Yeah, but I mean,
There's
I'm not
metal
gonna-
everywhere.
I'd rather do that at the beach, not in the sewer.
Hey,
Stupid.
I almost became that old guy that's on the beaches in the morning looking for stuff, because I've seen the dudes that do that, and then some of this. I mean, they'll find diamond rings because you drop something in the sand, it's gone. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
you can try to retrace your steps, but especially our soft sand down on the Gulf Coast. By the way, we had a possible shark incident today with a kid, so they closed off part of the area around Seaside and Watercolor today. But yeah, one of my kids years ago got one, and I think one of Jessica's kids has one. I'm about to use that thing. I keep dropping tools in the yard. I keep losing things off come off the tractor or the lawnmower and just fall somewhere, and I can't find it. So I'm about to go scavenge hunt for my own stuff, not even treasure.
Yeah.
I just like to find a tractor pin every now and then that keeps falling off.
And if you want to do adventure stuff or like splunking, I mean, there's some good caves you can go do that in. You don't have to
Yes.
do that in no sewer system.
Right. Of course, New York City, I don't know how far the caves are from there, but at least you could. But you're right. The only thing you got to worry about in a cave around here is bat, and then you could become Batman. So there's all kind of possibilities.
Exactly.
I remember when my oldest, he's probably about 8 or 9. He got a metal detector, and I thought he's going to love this. He got little headphones, and he'll just go out there and find stuff that is underground. And he played with it for about 6 hours, and he was kind of bored with it. Then I discovered it. AJ, I spent like 3 weeks finding stuff in my yard. I just loved it. I found a screwdriver for my guests where they were building the house. I found a lot of tool stuff, a lot of just randomness. I found a spoon. I mean, it was way down there too. I found a spoon like 10 inches deep. I don't know why I got excited over a used spoon.
I mean,
sometimes you
but it's
can
kind of
find
cool
things.
it's kind of cool to find something with the metal detector, but at the same time, it's like, okay, like I wouldn't mind doing it, and doing it like on the beach somewhere, but yeah, I'm not gonna get all dirty and smelling like stuff in the from a sewer system. Yeah, there's other fun things I could do, and plus, you don't have to go to the sewer system if you want to see fecal matter anywhere. You can just walk on the street.
Just hang out.
Yeah.
It can happen anywhere around you at any point. There's not as much poop in New York City as there is apparently out on the West Coast. But do you remember they just had a snow incident up there, and when it melted, there was it snowed, and usually they have some cleaners that come out and do stuff on the streets, but the snow sort of froze all the poop that was on the street, and then when it melted, right after it melted, all the poop got exposed,
Right.
and they couldn't get to it because it was the last big blizzard they had up there. I don't know. I just can't. I can't make any sense out of. I mean, you see one guy go down in a sewer. Okay, fine. He's up to something. He's weird. People have problems, but this is like 6 or 7 people just following each other down into these holes.
Yeah. No, there's other things I could do. I'll be like, hey, just take me some pictures, or FaceTime me. Just FaceTime me.
Yeah, checkers.
I'm good. I'll just I'll guide you from the comfort of my home.
Play charades. I mean, come up with some other activities in your life.
Yeah.
Other than all the possible disease-ridden stuff you could get down in a New York City sewer.
Because you got to think about it, there's like toxic gases down there. There's flooding, and there's so many different things that could happen down there. I just
Clowns,
Yeah.
the little it creatures down there.
Start seeing floating red balloons out there.
Oh yeah. Calm down, people. Apparently these folks they don't watch the movies. Man, Blakely's Bouquets. You got somebody in your life that's so down they're willing to crawl down in a sewer. Maybe they just need flowers. It's the worst transition I've done the whole show, maybe the whole week. Nonetheless, here's Blakely's over in Homewood. What a great bunch of people. They're so nice and helpful and talented, and their pricing's fair, and their website's incredible. When you get on there, I just love their website. I mean, a lot of businesses have website, but generally, if you're ordering flowers, you got to do it pretty quickly. It's something you're trying to knock out. You jump on there and you can navigate it so intuitively, find something beautiful, click on the picture, put in your message. All the pricing's right there. Put in your message and put the address in. It's delivered. They'll send you a text and let you know it made it. And that's always fun. Just because flowers, and I say this a lot, could be better than expected flowers. Expected flowers, they're always grateful for those, but they knew it was their birthday. They knew it was Valentine's Day. But when she just going about her business and you hadn't done anything sweet in a while, and then boom, some dude shows up at the door with some flowers from you. Yeah, buddy. Blakely's Bouquets, Blakeles. 2 names. They put the name Blake and Lee together to create the name of the business. Y'all reach out to them and let them become your florist. We all need a florist in our lives. Blakely'sBouquets.com. All right, y'all, 551 Leland Live, Talk 99.5. We'll do a few more phone calls and a couple more headlines and call it a Wednesday. Allen and Company next up. I was just talking about Blakely's. The other half of that equation is if you want to give something beautiful to somebody in the way of fine jewelry, and there are lots of reasons to do that too, just because. Special occasions, engagements, anniversaries, ring upgrades, and even the routine stuff for your own things that are precious to you. You need to get it clean and sometimes fixed, and broken chains and things that happen. Y'all let them help. It's Allen and Company. They can design anything you want, create anything you want, fix anything you want, and they do it all right there in their very boutique-sized store. It's not an overwhelming jewelry store. Some of these corporate stores are just, they try to get in your face, and it's just too much. This is just right. They're so helpful. Take your time. It's a big decision. So take your time and shop around at Allen and Company over in Vestavia on Highway 31. Hey, our buddy Slimbo is on the phone on line one. Let's get him in here real quick as we're talking about things this afternoon. Slimbo, what's up?
Hey, I want to take exception to the about clowns being in the sewer. I know it did, but I've never been in the sewer before.
Slimbo the clown. You stay out of the sewers with the. How do you get in there with those big old shoes anyway? I mean, that's always.
One very tiny, delicate step at a time.
Yeah, you got happy clowns.
Too.
You got happy clowns and scary clowns. When's the last time you went out as Slimbo?
I try to do it on Thursday nights. I've worked a lot in the last month or so. I've missed some of them at the hospital.
Yeah.
So
you
I'm
still do it?
Back soon though.
You doing children's?
Just UAB.
That's fine.
I have been to children's once, but I haven't. I'm not on their. I haven't gone through all the inoculations and stuff to get on that.
Yeah, I bet there's a lot involved. So I didn't know you did that every Thursday. I mean, I've just seen you out and about, but I didn't know you had a sort of a routine set up for that.
Well, I try to when I can. My partner and I, we do patient bingo.
What is that?
The patients get a bingo card, and we're down in the basement, and we're on a closed circuit channel. We call that bingo numbers, and when they have a bingo, they will call us, and they get to pick a prize. And then when we get through, we go and deliver them.
Man, who knew? I had no idea.
Well, I'll invite you to come sit with us sometime.
Well, I don't want to be in the hospital. I don't want to be in the hospital.
Well,
I'm happy to help you.
You also, you're also on the radio till we start before you get off the radio. Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's true of a lot of things. Is your partner also a clown?
Yeah, his name is Fazo.
Fazo and Slimbo.
Yes.
Gotcha. AJ would say his partner's a clown too, so I'll just do that in there for you, AJ. I just helped you out there.
that.
I was waiting on you to pop out. But, just saying. All right, Slimbo, I appreciate you, man.
Other people up there that would do that. All right, thank you.
AJ, what if you and I started dressing as clowns to promote the radio show?
Yeah. I mean, I already got called a name. I think I could use. What was that name she called me?
Who knows? You could do whiteface because naturally all clowns are whiteface.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, because I mean, like, think about it. Homie the Clown back in the day.
Homie the Clown was one of the funniest things that show ever had. I remember the whole song. Remember the Homie the Clown song he would sing before he'd hit him on the head with the sock? Gosh, that was funny. What happened to television, man?
Everybody's just so sensitive right now.
I mean, for 30 years, people said, homie, don't play that.
Mm-hmm. Now we say, homie gonna call the police because you hurt my feelings.
Oh, yeah.
I want to counsel you now.
Homie says, that's racist. Line 3 is Brent. Is this the same Brent? We got a new Brent. Brent, what's up, buddy?
Yes, sir. It's the same Brent.
Okay, Brent's back.
Hey, the ones with the waders on, they knew what they were doing. The other ones, I think they were just exploring. Just being dumb because they look pretty dumb when they come out. I'm sorry to say that, but
yeah. So they went in there with tools and waders. They're looking for something.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like I went under the Bright Star one time in Bessemer, and it had tunnels that interconnected to each building, which I know hospitals have that too for drainage. And it was really cool under there because evidently they used to have parties or like secret bars down there.
Like a speakeasy, yeah.
Yes, sir. I do service work. I work on ice machines, everything, unfortunately. But I get to see a lot of things like that. But, yes, sir, that was my opinion on it. But, like, there again, like, my mom lost the ring. We removed the toilet. The ring was in the toilet. Been sitting in there for 9 years.
It's a nightmare, man. Good stuff. All right. Appreciate it, Brent. Let's wrap up and get out of here, man. I've got to, I just looked up and we're just about out of time. Speaking of the drain, there's Alabama Bath. See, there we go. Best transition of the day. Man, if you're dealing with the slippery, old school, kind of out of date tub shower combo thing, that made a lot of efficient sense when it was invented. And some of y'all have had these things in your houses for years, but they are extremely slippery. And if you're living alone or aging, it's just difficult to make that step to get in and to get out. Get that out of your life. You can stay in the home you love. A lot of people fear having to move to accommodate life when it throws changes at you. This is one of the first steps. Make that facility safer with the beautiful work with Alabama Bath. They don't do this cheap hospital looking stuff. This doesn't look quote unquote handicap like it would have back in the day. These are beautiful glass systems with everything thought through, where the shelving goes, where the handles are, where the seats are, how the plumbing works. It'll make you feel better, make you feel clean, get your thoughts in there, sing like Sinatra, take your rubber ducky and get it done without the help of anybody in your family. It's alabamabaths.com. Y'all reach out to them. They'll show off if you want to go by Pelham and see one of these build outs, or they can come to you. They love coming to you and give you an honest quote and then let you make your decision. It's alabamabaths.com. Man, that's going to do it, AJ. I don't think we can cause any more trouble today. Don't want to forget about Alabama Gold Refinery too. Let me tell you about them on the way out. Man, if you don't own a little bit of gold in your portfolio, some of you are like, I don't even have a portfolio. Well, start with gold. It's timeless. It defies inflation. It's good for emergencies. It's just cool to own. You can do it in total privacy and secrecy and in person over in Homewood at Alabama Gold Refinery. All the safety features you would expect to secure your stuff and get in and out of there. Complete education from Steve. He's total expert. A fair exchange, fair pricing, whether you're buying, selling, or trading all the precious metals. It's nice to have a resource like this. AGR, they're in Homewood across from the big old Regions Tower on 29th. Can't miss them. Alabama Gold Refinery. AGR, alabamagoldrefinery.com. I'm going to go move some dirt, AJ. I'll tell you all about it tomorrow.
All right. Also, make sure you shift some of that dirt so you can, with your metal detector as well, too.
Yes, I'm going to sift through and find my tools.
Yeah. All right. Stay tuned for Breaking Bread coming up next. Goodbye, AJ.